Yo, you ever wonder why you ain't levitating in mental space like some Zen master, huh? Well, it ain't because you ain't got no good vibes, it's because you ain't cleaning out your head trash, homie. Autophagy, you heard? That's right, we're talking about autophagy, the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells to regenerate newer, healthier ones. It's like the sanitation department for your body, but instead of hauling off yesterday's pizza boxes and soda cans, it's clearing out the cellular junk that's clouding your mind and keeping you grounded. Now you might be thinking, hey, I didn't sign up for a biology lesson. I'm here for the mental elevation, man. But here's the thing, you can't separate the mind from the body. They're tied together like two peas in a pod or like peanut butter and jelly on a sandwich. You feel me? When your body's busy fighting off damaged cells, it ain't got the energy to help your mind soar. It's like trying to fly a kite with a brick tied to it. You ain't going nowhere, no matter how hard you try. But when you kickstart that autophagy, when you start cleaning house, that's when you can start to rise. It's like this. Imagine your brain is a skyscraper, right? When you're clouded with all that cellular junk, you're stuck on the ground floor looking up. But when you clear out the trash, you can start to take the elevator up floor by floor until before you know it, you're looking down on the city from the penthouse suite. So, don't be fooled into thinking that mental elevation is all about good vibes and positive thinking. Nah, it's about getting your hands dirty and cleaning out the junk so your mind is free to fly. So, you see, your brain ain't just some squishy thing in your skull. It's your ticket to the top if you just learn how to clean house. Stay tuned. Hey, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Autophagy. It ain't no hocus pocus, it's real science, you dig? Autophagy is a biological process where your cells go all Marie Kondo on themselves. They get rid of the stuff that no longer sparks joy, like damaged proteins and cell parts. Think of it as your body's recycling program, breaking down the old and busted to make way for the new hotness. Now, why should you care about this cell cleanup crew? Well, it turns out, autophagy is critical for maintaining proper brain function. It's like a janitor for your brain, sweeping up the trash and keeping things tidy. When autophagy is working right, it's like a 5-star housekeeping service for your neurons. But when it goes on strike, things can get messy. Studies have linked impaired autophagy to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. It's like leaving trash to pile up in your house. Eventually, you're going to have a problem. But enough of the doom and gloom. Let's flip the script and talk about the upside. When autophagy is in full swing, it's a game changer for your brain. It can boost your cognitive function, sharpen your memory, and even elevate your mood. Imagine your brain on autophagy. It's like a well-oiled machine firing on all cylinders. And here's the kicker. You can control your body's autophagy. That's right. You hold the keys to this cellular cleanup. It's not some mystical, unreachable process. It's as real and tangible as the ground beneath your feet. So how do you tap into this powerhouse? Well, it's all about your lifestyle choices. Diet, exercise, sleep. These are the levers you can pull to rev up your body's autophagy. Science ain't just for them lab coat types, you know. It's for all of us. Next up, we're going to talk about how to kickstart this autophagy thing. So, you're all hyped up about this autophagy thing, eh? Well, hold on to your seats, because we're about to get this party started. Now, let me tell you, kickstarting autophagy isn't like flipping a switch. It's more like tuning an old radio, dialing in until you hit that sweet spot. But don't sweat it. I got you covered. We're going to break it down, old school. First things first, let's talk about what you're putting in your belly. You see, autophagy loves it when you fast. Not talking about starving yourself here, but intermittent fasting can be a real game changer. This is where you cycle between periods of eating and not eating. You're giving your body a break, like a mini vacation for your cells. But what about when you're not fasting, right? Well, you gotta fuel up with the right stuff. Lean proteins, healthy fats, and loads of veggies. This ain't rocket science, folks, just good, clean eating. Now let's get moving. Exercise is key. It's like sending your cells to the gym. You don't have to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, but a little weightlifting, a brisk walk, or even a dance-off in your living room can do the trick. And let's not forget about sleep, you know, that thing you do when you're not binge-watching your favorite shows. Your body needs it. It's like the overnight maintenance crew for your cells. And last, but certainly not least, stress less. Yeah, I know, easier said than done, but did you know that even simple things like deep breathing, yoga, or even laughing with friends can help? Now, remember, this ain't a one and done deal. It's a lifestyle change, but the payoff? Feeling sharper, lighter, and more energized. Remember, ain't no magic bullet here. Just like anything worth doing, it's gonna take some work, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, you might be wondering, what's all this got to do with mental elevation? Well, strap in, because we're about to take a deep dive. So let's paint a picture here. Imagine your body as a city, an autophagy. That's your sanitation department. It's got the big job of cleaning up the waste and recycling it into something useful. When this process is running smoothly, your city thrives. But what happens when it doesn't? Well, you've seen what happens when a garbage strike hits a city, right? This is where the mind-body connection comes into play. When your body is in a state of optimal health, thanks to the efficient work of autophagy, your mind benefits too. It's like a well-oiled machine, humming along and firing on all cylinders. You're more alert, focused, and your cognitive functions are amplified. Think about it. Have you ever tried to concentrate on an empty stomach or when you're feeling under the weather? It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks, isn't it? That's because your mind and body aren't separate entities. They're two sides of the same coin, intricately linked in ways we're only beginning to understand. Now you're probably thinking, great, but how does autophagy fit into this? Here's the kicker. Autophagy is like the secret sauce that supercharges this connection. When your body's busy cleaning house, it's not just your physical health that gets a boost. Your mental well-being gets a lift too. This means your mood improves, your stress levels decrease, and your brain functions better. It's like upgrading your brain to the latest model. All shiny and new with that fresh, new brain smell. So, you see, it's not just about having a trim waistline or bulging biceps. It's about the ripple effect that a healthy body has on your mind. It's about achieving mental elevation and unlocking your full potential. So you see, it's all connected, like some cosmic jigsaw puzzle. But don't worry, we're gonna make sense of it all. All right, so we've been through a lot today. Autophagy, mental elevation, the works, but what's next? Well, first things first, let's not forget why we dove into this whole autophagy shindig. It wasn't just to throw around some fancy science words or to sound smart at our next social gathering. Nah, it was to unlock a better version of ourselves, to elevate our minds, to tap into that untapped potential. Autophagy, as we've come to understand, is that natural process, the body's own recycling program, transforming worn-out cells into brand spanking new ones. And this ain't just about physical health, it's about mental elevation too. It's about keeping that brain of yours sharp as a tack, as fresh as a daisy, as clear as a bell. So what's next? It's simple, put this knowledge to work. Start incorporating some of those autophagy-boosting habits into your daily routine. Get that intermittent fasting going, get moving, get those antioxidants in. But don't just stop there. Remember, this is a journey. It's about growth, evolution, elevation. Keep learning, keep pushing, keep exploring. And hey, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Change never is. But it's worth it. You're worth it. Now, if you've been vibing with this content, if you've been nodding along, if you've been feeling that fire inside, we've got an ask for you. Don't just take this knowledge and run. Share it. Spread it. Let's get everyone on this mental elevation train. So here's the deal. If you dug this video, don't be a stranger. Hit that like button. It's like a virtual high five. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? That way you'll never miss a beat. You'll be in the know. You'll be part of the crew. And don't forget to check out our other videos. We've got a whole buffet of knowledge waiting for you. If you got some value out of this, don't be shy. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our other videos. And remember, keep your head up and keep that brain clean.